What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to About Even for another week. Are we approaching round 4 or round 5 this week? I can't remember. Round 4. Brought to you by good friends at Neds, the #1 betting platform on planet Earth. You can follow along all our profiles on the Neds app, see what we're betting on, see how good we're going or how bad we're going in my case. Also, we've got the About Even group in there. The code is Dribblers. You get in there and you can all share bets and chat shit. Joined as always by the one and only rugby league guru, Sebo, Eddy. How are we all? It's great to see everyone's smiling faces today.
I'm fucking great, mate. I'm fucking great. Punting like God at the moment, so feeling good. You know, pretty simple.
There was just, I was more a question just about how you are as a person, not like, you can be humble sometimes and just be like, hey, you know, how's everyone going? Yeah, okay.
If I was punting like that, I would not be humble.
No, well, you went hard in the paint on Instagram after one win, which I get, but like you were as humble as Eddy right
There's
now.
no place for humility on this show.
That's a great point.
Well, if you thought I went hard on
you can belt
Instagram,
humility.
you should have seen me in my lounge room. It was quite the celebration. Quite the celebration. My missus said, how much did we win? I said, nothing.
No.
Nothing at all.
No, you won nothing, darling.
Pride.
I won something. Sebo?
I'm good, tired, and also a little bit angry at you for kind of ruining the Kyle Felt. Cow's got like 50 points and you have to come out with a fucking hat trick thing, and pretty much the entire punting world missed out on a leg there because of you. So it would have been good to get 2 bets. I got 1 bet. I'll take that as a bit of a springboard.
Don't blame me for that. Realistically, the felt hat should be Kyle Felt getting a hat trick. That makes way more sense than just Kyle Felt any time.
But all he's saying is you, because you're so shit, ruined it for everyone else. I'd felt double that gets up, obviously. I would have got 4 bets last week.
Yeah, but
not
it would have
3.
been a felt hat. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it wouldn't have mattered, though.
No, it wouldn't have. But listen, if that's all, if in one small act of you know, from me, it sort of robs you guys of units, I'll take that.
You're
a win. That's a
you're
win for
unloved
me.
by the punting gods.
That's all right. They come around. The punting gods are fickle, and sometimes they love you, sometimes they hate you. We may as well get into accountability.
May as well.
Let's
do it. Panthers 34 defeat the Broncos 12. Me and Sebo, nice little Thursday night bang. It just gets the weekend going, gets you in a nice place, and sets you up for glory, in my case.
I think it's the best game to get a bang on.
fucking oath.
I love banging. I love banging a Thursday night.
Yeah.
Mr. Thursday
night route, you're happy.
Yeah.
Happy
Like,
as Larry.
Sunday, you could be like, okay, last game's good, but like you just prefer that, okay, I've got the mentality set up for the weekend. I'm
like-
banging. I got some cash now.
Yeah,
Like,
like a Thursday night bang is almost, and I'm speaking from like what I remember 50 years ago when I used to get them, is almost like American Psycho, shirt off, flexing, whereas a Sunday bang is like lazy doggy, you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself and you're tired.
Yeah, it's all very lazy.
Yeah.
You know, it might even be, as Shane Gillis says, like belly on belly. Misery, you know?
Yeah.
That's the Sunday. Whereas you got a bit about your Thursday night. You're feeling yourself because you've come good, generally speaking. So, Panthers 13 plus Taruva, that's just money for jams. Sebo, Panthers only team to score 20, and Taruva, red for everyone else. Stiff shit. Warriors 18 defeat the Raiders 10. I'm just working now, baby. Warriors minus 4.5. Thanks very much. Under 47.5. Tight game. Shitter. Bit of a shitter when you're playing the Raiders. And Metcalf, who's just having an absolute fucking day out to start the season. Big fan of LM. 725. Okay. He's 2 from 2. And heating up. Everyone else red. Stiff shit. Roosters 48 defeat the Rabbitohs 6.
Did Tupou score in that game? I don't feel like he did.
He did not.
He did not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
red.
like, that's why I almost wanted to call it a bad beat when you get fucking 50 points scored and Tupou doesn't score 1.
That's red. We can fix that up.
Well, that's honourable, right?
No, it's honourable.
That's honourable.
Listen, a lot of us were lured in by the white and bullshit. He didn't look like scoring. Not once. I don't even think he got the ball much. It was awful stuff from the Rabbitohs. If you're a fan of them, Sebo, then hang your head in shame for going for such a pathetic club.
Yeah, your club sucks.
Yep. There's literally nothing to say at the moment. It sucks. It's rot. I don't know what is rotting, but something's rotting.
Oh, it's rotten, dude.
Oh,
Rotten.com.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is rotten.com. It's like going on rotten. I actually was too much of a pussy to actually look at rotten. Like when everyone else would load rotten.com up, I'd be like, oh no, and like be looking over the computer screen.
Rotten.com was my earliest exposure to the most fucking gory shit I've ever seen in my life. Like real fucked up stuff.
Real like helicopter decapitation.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, you can belt that. That's the Rabbitohs right now. Rotten.com. Bulldogs 32 defeat the Titans 0. Jacob Preston crossed for me pretty early. I thought, Carney P, surely, son.
I was death riding Carney P.
Surely, Carney P, get up and work, son. And does...
I got a kicks as well. I was going for Matty Burt's.
Yeah, you were a Burt, man. It was a
Imagine
bit
being
on.
me, though, right? No bets, nothing. I get my asshole ripped apart last week because I'm fucking coming in, I'm disheveled, I don't know what's going on, and I'm just desperate for a goddamn bet. I'm screaming at the fucking TV. They're beating the fuck out of the Titans.
Did he look likely, Burt?
Nah, not really. But there were times when it was like, give him the ball maybe, and he could have. Like, one more pass and he could have.
One more pass,
something
yeah.
Might have been there, but
Hands will do
nothing
it.
really.
Hands will do it.
Nothing really.
AKP doesn't score because the Titans don't score a point.
No.
32-0. Pound town stuff. That's legs over the shoulders into your work. Well done, Bulldogs. Cowboys 46 defeat the Dragons 24. As we touched on moments ago, it's all because of Tom.
Yep.
It's all because of Tom.
I was at Robson away as well. Not that that means much.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
95%
because Reece Robson,
felt away.
as I said last week, Reece Robson does not score often. You were making out like you were getting a great price for Reece. He scored like 2 tries last year.
Yeah, dude, 46 points of Robson away. Felt not scoring is fucking insane. Again, when I get on there and I put in my fucking felt hat bet on that on the About Even Instagram, and he doesn't score a single fucking rugby league try, like I'm poison right now. Stay away from me.
I felt no need whatsoever to point out that I was a felt away. For you to feel the need to say you were a Robson away is fucking outrageous.
Oh, no, it's out.
Dude, you've got to find the silver lining.
It's disgusting. Apologies to the Lippy, who did get Warriors 1-12, Roosters and a Dommy, and at this point, Cowboys -7.5. So tracking pretty well at the moment, the Lip. However, we continue. Tigers 32 defeat the Sharks 6. No one saw this coming. No one. Red everywhere except for a Guru Buller.
Early, I thought Talakai was going to score. He was looking very likely early on, and then it just all went to shit.
Not only did we jinx Talakai to not score, he's been moved into the second row this week. We really did the special on him.
Yeah.
I got really bored. I was watching the game by myself, home alone, boys asleep, and I had Mulatalo on my Supercoach team. I'm just going to captain him. Like, I want to watch a captain, and you watch the game play out, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Why did you put the C on
Because
him?
I was just like, this might be...
That's fucking weird.
My son,
You actually jinked all of us in this game because last week you were like, this is a fucking fill your boots game.
Yeah.
This is a fucking Sharks are going to absolutely murder them. Tries are plenty. They scored 1 and it was Hazelton, with respect.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't know what like it's me. I had the Tigers CFO watching the game. Well, he was watching the game beforehand at my place, so maybe that was
The Tigers CFO?
Yeah.
The Tigers' chief financial officer?
Yeah. He was my mate Tim. He's the
CFO of the Tigers.
Yeah. So he was going to Leichhardt, and I live in Stanmore, so he kind of swung by my place beforehand. So
Is he new? Is he newly appointed CFO?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, don't show him the shit we say on this show.
Or do.
Yeah, or do, actually.
Or do.
Get us to the game, CFO of the Tigers. That'd be
Box
fun.
stuff.
Box stuff, yeah, of course.
Yeah, Leichhardt. I mean, he invited
Well,
me.
no,
yeah.
not Leichhardt. That thing's fucking falling apart. Get us to one with a real box. I've been to the Leichhardt boxes before. They stink. Anyway.
You also seen...
As in they smell?
Well, no, I can't smell. They're just awful.
Right.
They're like the worst fucking...
Yeah, for sure.
Hit up Seamless Pete, as I said. Seamless Pete.
Oh, Seamless works there now.
Seamless is like the head of freaking
So we
communications.
know, we're basically, the C-suite of the Tigers are all our mates. Okay. Fucking
Jesus.
Sure.
Yeah, looking good for them.
Yeah,
the rebuild.
if only it was a better club. Why can't we have friends at the fucking Seagulls, the Roosters or some shit where you get a box?
Well, we got friends of the Seagulls. That's unfair.
Great point,
We
man.
do get
We
looked
do.
after. We were
No,
in
we
a
do,
box
man.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were good.
Now, Eels 28 defeat the Seagulls 24. I will hand over to good friend, dear friend, the rugby league guru, to walk us through his first bang of the year.
Yeah, the bright lights, they were getting very, very bright, starting to feel the pressure. I think Tommy pointed out that I probably did overreact a little bit. I regret nothing, though, because I don't know when I'm going to celebrate another one. Let's be fucking honest here.
Yeah. Well, you were throwing around baggy green rhetoric. That's how confident you were after one win.
Yeah. And I stand by it, believe me. Ruben Garrick, Turbo. Boys, I thought the value for those boys last week was unbelievable. It was unreal. Into the overs. We just about crossed at half-time, so that was delicious.
Did anyone see how close Hamole was with Tommy for that first try scorer?
Yes,
it
I did.
was.
And I loved every second of it.
Because
It could have been anyone. It could have been Hamoles. It could have been Turbos. There was a couple other voices sniffing around.
I was screaming my little lungs out, but always happy for Tommy. Whatever, it's fine.
Great stuff.
Well done, Guru.
Well done, Guru. 9:47 for the Root
9:47.
2, which I think may be the biggest of the year.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I think it
so
is.
far.
Yeah.
It probably is. So well done, mate. You've got that
It's about
chalked
time.
up against your name.
The monkey off your back.
Monkey off the back. Then Knights 14 defeat the Storm 12. Some people are saying this is an immortal bet. It's definitely an immortal side bet. Tom comes on last week.
An immortal bet.
Trying to throw a mortal side bet, trying to throw his fucking willy around like he's some big tough cunt, talking heaps of shit.
It was an ugly bet.
And I'm like, okay, what? So Storm's plus 7.5 in a game that's going to be fucking low scoring. What's wrong with that? Nah, no answer. Under 44.5. What's wrong with that? Nah, no answer. Pap. Fucking thoroughbred. What's wrong with that? Nah, no answer. I was so confident, punters and dribblers. I gave him 2-1 odds on a bet paying 5.20. But sometimes you got to back yourself in and stand up to little men trying to throw their little penises around and you know, fucking splash around. You just go, shut up, cunt. Get out of the pool and go and fucking hug your mum, you loser. You know what I mean?
That was all over the shop. Yeah, no, I get it.
Now pay up, cunt.
Yeah, I got the money. Yeah,
Good.
I'm not. Even though you technically owe me money, actually, but that's all right.
Why do I owe you money?
Because you fucking took cash off me to gamble with the pokies a couple of weeks
Well, that was a
ago.
gift, wasn't it? That was a gift. This will sit. I'm going to start putting my money in here. You get in there with my prized possessions. My prized possessions. Get in there with Jack and Kate. Good. Excellent.
Yeah, look, that was tough for me to watch. I was laying on the floor of my daughter's room putting her to sleep, and I just checked on the phone and saw that Pappy had scored, and I was like, I'm not looking again. I'm just not looking at that fucking thing again. Like, it is what it is. We'll see. It's in the hands of the gods. Then Rue, I think, maybe pointed out in the WhatsApp group. And I could have melted into a puddle on the floor. I was just like, fuck.
Credit where credit's due as well. Obviously, we're dear friends of the Wishards. Callum, Rod, Tyrone. He scores late for me, maybe like 4 minutes to go to get me into that inside that 7.5 because it was 8 at that point.
Yeah.
But when you're tight with the Wishards, they'll always deliver for you.
Yeah.
So big shout out to the Wishart family. Obviously, dear close personal friends.
Yeah. It's an immortal side bet.
I took him for an ATS, Wishy. Can you believe that out of Wishart and Bradman Best was my issue in that bet?
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, listen, mate, it's a shit bet.
Not my shittest. I'll give you the hot tip.
Unit scoopers. Fuck me, this would have been perfect. Seagulls robbed. We all know that. They were robbed and they went to sleep. Now, if they didn't go to sleep, we win. If we weren't robbed, we win. And I bang a unit scoop. I would have been 15.36. Unfortunate. Doesn't happen. Sebo, he's what? What was you? You had another big bet last week. 2 from 8. Yuck.
2.
Guru.
Gross.
1 from 4. Yuck. Lippy, 4 from 7. No good. Tom, 1 from 4. Or 1 from 5 even.
5.
1 from 5. It gets better and better. I love it. I'm just going to do some housekeeping. Just bear with me while I just do a little bit of housekeeping because we need accurate numbers, accurate figures, accurate numbers, and accurate figures.
It's important.
Punters and dribblers.
I obviously was disappointed to see Manly lose. Manly should win, and I probably, if gun to the head, I would say I'd take a Manly win and an Eddy unit scooper because Manly first. But it's the only silver lining in a Manly robbery that you didn't get that fucking thing.
Yeah,
the only silver
devastating. Obviously, the hot seat goes because Manly were robbed. We now have 6 weeks left, so it's all to play for. I tell you what, I moved back into a reasonable position.
We're all in a reasonable position.
We're all in, it's very open. Leaderboard. Edward, myself, 3 from 9, 15 from 24 legs. That's good punting. That is good punting.
It's good
7.52 units. Okay. Not yet. Don't jump the gun. Lippy, 3 from 9, minus 0.39 because you were just handing units out with your $1.90 bets, mate. Shit. Guru, sorry, mate. 1 from 9 for the Roo, minus 0.6. So still not a positive week for you, mate, but you're moving in the right direction. Give yourself a pat on the back. Sebo, 1 from 9, minus 2.66. And Tom, last, again, 0 from 9, 4 from 20. In the legs, minus 4.84 leaderboard. Belt's back with daddy. Belt's back with its dad.
Yep. Who was it? Who had it before?
Lippy.
Yuck.
But, I mean, that was only... Yeah, but they didn't punt the first week. It was temporary. Yeah, okay. 5 from 28, 17.85%. 42% of my legs, minus 4.68. Going all right. Lippy, second, minus 10.57. Guru, third, minus 15.28. And Sebo, fourth, minus 16.93. Now, we're all together going to go through Tom's bets and legs because it's a bit of fun. 0 from 28. I was saying 0 from 27 on my little video giving you a belting.
That was a belting.
It's actually 0 from 28. So it's even worse than that.
Yeah.
Gets better. That's 0%. if you're not a big math guy. 18 from 67 legs, 26.8% of his legs. And after just 3 rounds of rugby league, minus 24.79.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the fight of me.
You'll be out of money by round 12.
I won't be, mate. I'll be right, but I am in the fight of me young life.
By round 12, Tom out of money.
Nah, there's ways around this. There's ways to do it. Listen, obviously I've got a few things to fall back on. I'm not going to fall back on them yet. But there are ways to stem the flow, as it were. But listen,
what are you going to do, pinch your cock?
I'm going to have to something to put a peg on it. Look, I'm a realist. I'm in the fight of my life right now. I'm up against it. This is not good. And I'm telling you, I'm not fucking confident this week either. I don't like a fucking single bet I've got this week, but we're going to see how we go. You know, it's chin up sort of stuff. It's fucking put your shoulders back. It's, you know, it's
walk
fighting.
with confidence.
Walk with confidence and purpose, even if you feel unconfident and purposeless. But yeah, look, 24 units down is not a great fucking start.
That none from 28 just looks so nice.
It doesn't look as bad as the 0%. I feel that's the worst looking stat.
Also, leg percentage is a lot like completion rate, I feel. So, like, I mean, that's not good for anyone except Eddy.
Well, no, so me and Lippy are completing pretty well. Guru actually completing the poorest of all of us.
Yeah.
14 from 62 legs, 22.58%.
That would say to me he's kind of got like a lucky 100-metre try off like a kind of shit.
An intercept.
Intercept try. Yeah.
Realistically, let's not sugarcoat this. Guru got lucky on a 9.57 bet, all right? He would be down with Tom. Tom obviously unit scooped early like I did as well, and the Titans dumbest bet of the round.
Yeah, that's the
dumbest bet of the year,
all time.
easily.
No, comfortably.
But Guru going like a busted ass. Let's not gloss over that.
He's actually, like, if I didn't triple stack it, he'd be coming last.
I appreciate that anyone thinks there's a universe where I take an intercept and go the full 100. That was very nice of you, and it almost feels like a compliment all of a sudden.
Oh, that's accountability.
All right, punters, let's get into some betting. First game, we have got the Roosters v the Panthers at Allianz Stadium. The Roosters are $1.55, Panthers $2.45. Few injuries and outs. The line 4.5, total 39.5 points. For the first time today, it is my great honour and privilege to welcome in the one and the only random stats guy, Nathan Corbet. How are you, sir?
Brilliant, mate.
Looking very broke back today, mate.
Broke back once again. Of course, we're back on top of the table. Just want to put out some Cowboy stats just quickly, if I may. Last 3 teams to be first and 3-0 have made the grand final. Last team to be outright first, 3-0, won the comp. So, once again, PVL, great listener. Appreciate all your work. Stop the count.
I don't like they're pretty good stats. I'll say that.
Yeah,
They are.
They're pro rando stats.
They're pro rando
stats.
Obviously, but I find them interesting.
I mean, good odds for the Cowboys to get into the grand final. Anyway, enough
What is
about
it?
that. Enough about
What
that.
are they paying to make the grand final?
Not on me. Not on me.
Okay.
I've already put the bet through. Roosters Panthers Thursday night, light rain before kickoff. It'll be 20 degrees. Now, of course, the big miss is Nathan Cleary, but that hasn't really mattered because when Jerome Luai has been leading the halves for Penrith, they've won their last 8 matches in a row. A quarter of those wins, 2, if I may, were against the Roosters. So I don't mind the Panthers here as the underdogs. More on Luai, 5 assists in the 3 games Cleary didn't play last year. Each of his assists have gone to one man this season, and that is Brian To'o. He has scored in his last 3 games against the Roosters. The Roosters have leaked 50% of their tries to left edge players this season and is pretty good value to score.
Just quickly, Cowboys to make the grand final, $7.50.
Beautiful money.
If you want to buy into Rando's very biased.
Did Rando just say? Who was your try scorer there for Penrith?
Brian To'o.
Jesus
Value.
Christ.
He said value. So
Value. Let's see what that is. 230 actually is value.
That is.
Brian To'o. Because usually Rando will bring up a Brian To'o when he's paying like $1.05.
Not today.
So today actually is a reasonable To'o.
But with Nath out, though he doesn't play on Nath's side anymore, does he?
No, he doesn't.
And who's playing 6 for him?
Luai, but
Who's 7?
Brad Schneider comes in.
Brad Schneider. Okay, Brad. Cool. Well, Guru, I'm going to let you go first, mate. Just in celebration of your maiden victory.
I appreciate it. So for this game, I like the Panthers head-to-head. I think there's good value in them there. And I think this will be a really low-scoring affair. I think, obviously, Penrith, best defensive side in the competition. But without Nath, I think that their attack will struggle a little bit. So I'm going to go neither team to score 20+. Panthers head-to-head. I think we get a cracker on Thursday night, like a 16-14, 18-16, something along those lines. Okay. $6.50 for that.
I'm going Panthers as well. I am also going to 230 is value. And then I'm just throwing a Tupou in there. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? But I'm thinking, they're matching up, aren't they, Toto Tupou?
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not?
Other way around.
Fuck it. Well, this is why I did pick him, but it's obviously fucked now and I'm too late. But because it was just going to be kicking high balls to him and Tupou's just going to jump.
Taruva is about half the size of
Taruva
Tupou.
isn't actually tall either, though, is he? So, fuck it. That's a genius bet for me.
No one ever does it.
No, they don't do it. But I'm hoping that they will do it. That's my hope. It's my desperate hope. I did say that I hate my bets, so I don't hate this bet, but Panthers top Tupou 13-14.
Do you remember when we were kids and it just felt like every Friday night it was just kick to the wingers at the end of every set?
Yeah.
You just don't see it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
They used to do that.
It feels like it was the end of every
It was
set.
end of the set. It was kick to the
Luke
wings.
Rooney, Luke Lewis just going up.
Great point. It was Hail Mary rugby league, really.
But it kind of wasn't as well. Like, it was just that you just were good at it. You had your outside backs that were good at fucking doing it. And it was also, like, you've kind of got the advantage anyway as the attacking side because you're coming forward, right? You're Falau's of the world.
Well, I was about to say that.
Like,
Israel Folau in Origin used to do it all the fucking
But, like,
time.
I don't get the whole, like, anytime they run it on the last and there's nothing really going, like, oh, a good place to hand the ball over. It's like, okay, just aim for a kick and...
They kick
try,
more-
Like,
if
I
they
get
well,
the
if they
7
catch
tackle.
it on the in goal, it's a 7 tackle.
Okay, but
which
maybe
it
just
shouldn't
pull
be.
it up even shorter. But, like, it's just like, just go for it. Go
If
for
they
it.
put it up now, they put it more in like the middle. So
Yeah.
like you got fucking back rolls and shit now leaping. They
The
don't
only
go winger.
team that really does it to wingers now is the Dragons, and Lomax has about 4 opportunities a game, and he hasn't swallowed one of them yet.
No.
The only try that the Roosters have scored off a kick was that Sandon Smith make-up kick where he kicked it off the ground into the air. That was the only high kick that the Roosters have scored off this
That was a hot
season.
little kick, that one.
I
what are you doing, Ed?
I agree with my fellow members of the show that I think this is going to be tight rugby league football. I think without Cleary, the Panthers fucking knuckle down and get gritty in defence, and their defensive systems will not have changed, punters and dribblers, even though Cleary not playing. I like either team less than 12.5. And Tedesco, who is in a rich vein of form after a bit of a Barry Crocker last year, I'm vibing Tedesco again. And I want to vibe him because there's the captain of my state. And I think he'll score a try in a big game. $4.25.
Sebo.
I'm also vibing unders, bit of a slugfest, but I actually moved the line like 2 points. I made my own total 41.5.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
It just felt a bit fresher, like going, someone's not getting to 20. You're like, we know that. And then it's just like, just give me that little bit of breathing room. And I thought maybe I'm a genius here. I saw Taylor May. I don't know what he is priced, but it was like good value going. Now Luai's going to be in charge and he's going to be going to that side a lot because it's all been Targo. Now, if Nath out, the left will activate with Luai, hoping he stays on that side. So I'm going to just go a Taylor May into an unders alternate line 41.5, 676. Ain't bad for a centre and an unders in a slugfest.
I actually quite like that bet, Seb.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
That's a nice bet.
Like you've shown you're working to the point where I can appreciate that. Now, will it get up? Who the fuck knows? Because this is fucked generally.
Jeez, you understand working now, mate.
Well, he's shown his work.
Must have fucking spanked working India after
He's
last
walked
week.
his working. He's walked us through.
Punting is a lot like long division or algebra. Tom
You
just
needed to
copies
smack
stuff,
this
but
cunt.
yeah.
You just needed to smack last week, got the belt out and gave him a fucking good hiding
Dude,
for being
I
a
still
dumb
hated
cunt.
that bet last week.
For being
I
a dumb
stand
cunt.
by.
And now
I
working's all
stand
in vogue.
by.
Now working's in vogue.
No, this is good
You
working.
are-
This is good, honest working. Mate, your one last week was a shit bet. It sucked.
All right, mate.
It was the
Okay.
Knights.
Calm down,
No,
buddy.
I will not calm down.
Calm
What's our
down.
Lippy doing?
And I'll get the fucking belt out again, you bet. Lippy, Tango Teddy, 721.
You
don't hate
should
that
introduce. Do you know who the Lippy is? Because it's the guy that you told
Lippy
me to
this
get
week,
someone in.
Slade Morley, Eddie. You remember Slade from behind enemy lines in Newcastle with someone who won't be mentioned?
Slade!
Slade Morley.
Dude, Slade was... He basically, we ran into Slade at the pub and he drove us to the game. He was with us the whole time. He looked after us. He was our guy.
We were at the pub before the game, and then we needed a lift from the pub to the game. And Slade was just a dribbler who was at the pub. He's like, "You want a fucking lift?" We were like, "Yep, fuck it." So we all piled into his car safely, and then he drove us to the game, and then he came and just sat with us at the game. Did we get him a ticket?
Well, I think we got him a ticket somehow, but also, if memory serves, Slade just whips it into the bloody stadium park.
Yeah.
He just parked up on. He did. It was. I don't think
May
it
have
was
been legal. I don't know if it was
I don't
legal.
think it was,
I don't
but
think
it
was
didn't
legal.
bother Slade. He
No.
was that sort of operator.
Yeah, Slade is a serious bit of gear. Then we ended up just ripping with Slade all goddamn night.
Yeah, we did.
Had a big old fucking session with Slade Morley.
Slade Morley. Slade. I hadn't thought about
No.
Slade for a minute.
Kept in touch with Slade in the DMs every once in a while. He's a Dragons fan, so don't hold that against him. But Slade, a good man.
Big fan of Slade.
And I don't mind Targo Teddy. I don't mind
if
Slade for
listen, if
721.
Slade put it on, I like it. Slade put it on, I'm a big fan.
Let's move on. Also, listen, if there's not many more rugby league names than Slade, I won't hear another word about that.
Slade Morley sounds like he played in the middle.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
about 140 games and just trucked seed.
Trucked fucking nut.
Slade is a sick name.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking oath it is.
He's also could be like in a 90s action film.
That's what I mean. It's like Christian Slater-ish.
Yeah.
Just Slade.
Slade.
But that's his first name. Just
Slade as a first name is huge.
like you never get. If you call your kid Slade, it's like I'm not going to worry about you if you get like lost in a city or even the bush. Like you can handle yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slades don't get lost.
Yeah, but even if they do, I'm not saying they're Bear Grylls, but they just manage.
Yeah, they're all good.
They just manage.
Yeah. Oh, a kid went missing in like the forest for like 3 days. Slade Morley.
What's
he
his
was
name?
found.
Slade. I'll call it for search.
that's
You'll
cool.
find his way back.
That's
You know
all
what I mean?
Slades find their way
Call
home.
us when he finds a fucking phone.
Slades find their way home.
Anyway, shout out to Slade. Welcome, brah. The next game is the Rabbitohs against the Dogs, 6 p.m. Friday night, Accor Stadium, one of the shittest, if not actually the shittest stadiums on the face of God's green
not
earth.
one of.
It's the shittest. You'd prefer to play this game at a fucking abandoned Olympic stadium in some fucking country.
Chernobyl.
Yeah, exactly. Accor Stadium sucks. And I say that with respect. The Rabbitohs, $1.48, Bulldogs, $2.65, the line 6.5, the total 41.5. Rando, what's up?
Be 24 and dry at Accor. Now, the Bunnies just absolutely dominate this Good Friday clash. They've won 8 of the 11 games between these two on the day. It is all about Trell Mitt. 11 try involvements in 3 games against the Dogs. 6 of those try involvements have been tries. He's also scored in each of his last 3 games at Accor, but the best value, not the best value, the best value has to be Karaz Wilson combining for 1 try on Friday. The Rabbitohs have let in 8 tries down their left edge this year, 3 last week alone. Either Karaz or Wilson has scored for the Dogs in the first 3 games of the year for them. They both scored last time against the Rabbitohs. That's paying $2.60 just for one of those two to score, and that left edge is shot for the Bunnies.
Like it. I've got Blake Wilson 2+, and that was just a vibe fucking bet. Again, that's just me throwing my fucking dick at anything, not knowing what I'm doing. Blake Wilson 2+, $8. I like it. I tell you what, Karaz has been playing a bit of footy this year.
Yeah, he's been playing footy.
Karaz has been playing footy. I almost wish I had him in
425
there
anytime as well for Karaz as well. Not
How
too
much?
bad. 425
Anytime.
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 Fuck. You said it. We can do it. If you say it.
You need the
That's
best.
425 ATS.
Yes.
If
getting
you
that?
say it, it can be done.
Listen, I'll tell you what I was going to do, punters and dribblers. I was going to go Bulldogs 13 plus, and I'll explain to you why. I would get a lot of enjoyment out of seeing the Rabbitohs lose 13 plus Good Friday football and go 0-4 to start the season. And I believe 4-17 in their last 21 games. I would enjoy watching that. And the sadist in me is like, well, I may as well get a bit of an earn off it if that's going to happen. That was where I was looking to go. Bulldogs to hump the Rabbitohs purely from like a not self-fellatio, but self-enjoyment perspective.
So you're going to suck yourself off.
I would have if they'd done it. However, Carraz at 425 is like basically walking past a fresh punnet of cherries in cherry season and not buying them at a nice price. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not walking past a Carraz 425 anytime against a side. No disrespect to you, Sebo. That are 4 from their last 20. 4 wins in 20 games. Fucking foul. Odorous excrement. Carraz 425, that's the bet.
Yeah, that's me as well. I've taken that one.
Jackie Wine has also
Carraz.
Jackie Wine has also conceded a try to his opposing centre in each of his 3 games when playing centre as well.
That's it. You just do it.
If this were a different time and I was in a different position, then there could be a stake in it at a foot, but I'm not doing it. Sebo?
Yeah, look, the Carraz is tempting me in, but this is like...
as if that's not tempting you. This is a fresh
Yeah,
punnet
but
of cherries.
This is like one of those moments where it's like, in those movies, 300, whatever battle, swords and sandals, where you're like, I'm making a last stand knowing I'm dying. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Like
just
Hector going out against Achilles. Fuck you,
I
man.
know I'm dying, and
Well,
it's
he
like...
thought he was winning, but he was never.
No, Hector thought he was half a chance.
But he wasn't really.
He thought he was
No,
half
Hector, he rated himself going into that.
But I feel like that's what this is, because he still rates himself. He's
No,
trying to
I'm standing with the
This
buddies.
is not
I'm
a last
standing on the
stand,
line.
mate.
I'm standing on the on the line. I'm
win.
taking the line. Minus 6.5 because it's like you just got to stand by. But also the positive. I'm going to take the positive side. Every team bounces back, and it might be a dead cat bounce, which is a financial term for a stock that's falling, and then it has a quick bounce and it just keeps going down. No team doesn't have a dead cat bounce after just getting fucking pumped, especially by your arch rivals. So if they can't have a dead cat bounce now, then it's never. But everyone always has one. It's proven. So I'm going to take minus 6.5 for the Bunnies and Murray, because he's the only guy fucking having a go. And he actually gets, I don't know what he scored last year, but he scored a few. And dogs don't have a great middle. They don't. They've got a soft underbelly, just like a real puppy bulldog. So I'm going to take Murray, Bunnies minus 6.5, 720 for a last stand, dead cat bounce bet.
4 from 21 last year.
Yeah, so he scores all right.
Yeah, he scores all right.
He scores.
Yeah, he scores all right.
Is he playing on the edge now? Or is he still?
Is he back to the
I
middle?
think he'll be
Back in the middle.
Yeah.
Thank God for you.
Yeah.
For me, I am going with Josh Curran. He's coming off the bench, 8.25. Only played 40 minutes last week because they were up by so much. Didn't play the big minutes he usually does. Boys, Josh Curran, he has scored in the first 5 games of the season, the last 3 years in a row. The last 3 years in a row, he has scored 4 tries in each of those seasons. This is round 4. Josh Curran, 8.25. South Sydney's middles look absolutely disgraceful at the moment. Curran is one of the few front row forwards at the Canterbury Bulldogs with a bit of attacking upside. I'm going to take him at $8.25.
Yeah, you want to talk about soft underbellies. You want to talk about soft middles. The Rabbitohs middles are soft as baby shit.
Yeah.
Fucking having a crack at the Dogs.
Yeah. No,
You guys suck.
They're like dead. They're like boiled rabbit in a stew. You know what I mean? That sort of
That's
stuff.
softness.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
That's
And
real
not
sick.
not having a crack either. Like
It's over.
pathetic.
It's over.
Oh, it's all over.
Fucking
Your opportunity was that grand final that you lost and letting go of Adam Reynolds because apparently no good.
No. Well, because
Genius stuff from the Rabbitohs. The Lippy, over 41.5. Slade.
call him by his name.
Sorry, Slade. Morley. Great name. Over 41.5. Wilson and Trell, 762. Listen, it's not lighting me up. It's not lighting me up.
All right, next up, Queensland Derby, Suncorp Stadium. We've got the Broncos and the Cows. Broncos favourites are $1.95. Oh, sorry, they're not. Broncos are outsiders $1.95.
Thank
Cows
you.
$1.85.
25,
Sorry,
light rain.
What are you saying?
I said thank you for
Oh, I
making
thought you were
this.
fucking... The line of 1.5 points, total points 41.5. Now, Rando, you fucking uppity bastard. Now you can take it away.
25 and light rain before kickoff is the conditions. Now take off me biased Kubra and just give the real stats for a bit. The Cowboys, they've only won one of their last 9 Friday night games against the Broncos at Suncorp. The Broncos are also 4-0 without Walsh when you take away round 27. But we don't dwell on the losses on this show, do we, Tommy? The Cowboys, they're undefeated this year. They've won 7 of their last 9 games as the favourite, covering the line in 4 of their last 6 night games as favourite. Jeremiah Nanai loves this matchup. He has scored in all 3 games against the Broncos. He has scored in his last 3 at Suncorp and scored in each of his last 3 regular season Friday night games. Back to you guys.
Horny. Sebo, what are you doing?
I am taking the overs, 41.5, because the Cows can put points on, as we've seen, but they also let the Dragons score 3 tries within 20 minutes, right? They're a good team, we know that, but they're not like some sort of Penrith, Melbourne defensive outfit. So I'm liking the overs in this. It's all even though there hasn't been a great game between these two recently, like the old kind of Cows versus Broncos, I think there's going to be a bit of a, everyone's going to get up for it because, Broncos don't have Payne. Cows are just we're at top of the table. Now I'm going Val because Val's in form, and then Felt praying Tom doesn't put some dumb fucking hat trick bet on social media later. Those two to score and over 41.5, 10-28. I think it's going to be a high scoring, tightish affair.
Okay. All right. Didn't think that it was necessary to attack me there. I've got Nanai anytime, which is nice to hear Rando's stats that really work out for me. And then Tristan Saylor's coming to the side. You want to talk about footballers, this kid. Tristan can play. So I'm excited to see how he goes. I don't know who's going to win this game, so I'm just going Nanai, Saylor, a nice little double ender. That's all I need, not too much. I'm not asking too much of the punting gods. I'd just like a Nanai and a Saylor for me, please. And that's $8.89 rugby league cents. Edward.
I like the Cowboys here. I think that $1.85 is fairly decent for them. Obviously, Adam Reynolds comes back, but Piacora's out. They've got multiple injuries. Reece Walsh is out. They're missing a bit of rugby league spark, and they haven't started the season that well. So I like the Cowboys here, and I like Val Holmes, who's having a fucking day out this season. An incredible footballer and a big game player. And this is a big game for them. It's a fucking huge game for the Cowboys going down to Brisbane, the derby, the arch enemy. Okay, for them to get a win at Suncorp would be fucking delicious. That's Christmas come early stuff. And Val Holmes, again, he reeks of a try at Suncorp behind enemy lines. $4.91.
Just to back you up, Eddie, on Val, I think his handicap has been dropping significantly in the last kind of week or so, playing comp, dropping a handicap.
Golf handicap. And there is nothing that gets you up and about than playing a few good rounds of competition golf. Yep. You feel like you can take on the fucking world. So that's just a bit of you're going to get boring stats from the betting websites and stuff, but you've got to look beyond sometimes and go digging for is this guy going to score? And it's shit like that.
Well, I think you're getting $3.25 for Val. I'm fucking yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
They're using Val a little bit differently this year. He was used as a decoy a lot last year, which frustrated the living shit out of me. They're not doing it this year. So I think Val, I don't think you'll be getting threes for him for very long. So I think
get him when
the fact he's a threes operator now still after last week is crazy.
Let me have a quick
And when
look.
Nanai's 230 or something.
Well, he's fucking short as shit. So Nanai is $2.55. You're going to get $3.50 for Val.
Wow.
Come on, giddy up. So, yeah, Cowboys Val, $4.91.
Boys, I am super excited for Friday. My issue with Friday night footy is that you have the first game and then there's not much time in between the first and the second game. You're trying to squeeze dinner in, a few beers, whatever. It's a bit chaotic. I love that this Friday, 4 p.m, it'll finish at 6. 2 hours to prepare ourselves for this Queensland derby.
What will you do to prepare yourself? What do you reckon? What's the
Haven't
process?
thought about it yet.
Do you have a shower? Do you towel
Might be a shower
off?
in there. I'll probably be sweating dicks after the first game, so that
Bit of
might be
poo.
necessary. But I just thought
Bit of crust, mate. Maybe
for this,
Jimmy.
yeah, a few Keith Urbans, bit of crust. I'll go down to treat. And I'm looking at this game and I'm going, what would be my perfect Friday night? Because I can see it coming. And this is my first crack at an immortal bet, by the way. I will nominate each time I'm doing it this year. I'm
is that how it
thinking a high-scoring game. I think that both teams go 20-plus points. As you said, Tristan Saylor, love him. Huge value on Val. Kyle Felt owes us a bit. And I think the Cows 1-12. Now, you're getting $102.50 for that. I don't mind my odds here, boys. I like this bet.
Val,
I like-
Fett,
It's
Sailor.
basically
fucking
my
bet.
bet plus one leg, but for $100 because I said it's going to be tight scoring and overs, which you've got there Cows 1-12, both
Yeah.
teams over 20. I've got Val and Felt. You've just added in Sailor.
Oh, it's a fucking good bet. And it's fucking 10 times.
These two teams, they move the football. They take risks. I'm not convinced on either of them defensively. I reckon we get a high-scoring absolute cracker here.
This will be a horny bet.
$102.50. That would be biblical.
Yeah, that would be.
All the best to you, Guru, and Slade Morley. Broncos over 41.5 and Sailor, $8.76. We shall see, Slade.
I don't hate that bet either from
I don't
Slade.
hate it. It's all right.
I don't hate that.
Guys are all right.
I'm obviously pro Slade, though, and I'm an idiot, so I don't know anything. Let's move on. We've got match of the round. Manly v. the Dragons at Wynn Stadium. $3.35 for the Dragons, $1.33 for Manly. 9.5 rugby league points is the line. The total 46.5. Rando.
22 and dry in the Gong, which has been a pretty dangerous place for the Seagulls. They have only won 2 of their 11 games at the venue. They've also lost 7 of their last 10 games against the Dragons. They have failed to cover the line in 5 of their last 6 games as favourite away as well. So maybe take those Dragons at plus 12.5. I know Tom and Eddie won't be,
What are you
but
talking
just in
about? Yeah,
case
no, we're not.
Sebo and Guru are listening, I do have good news for the Seagulls, though. The Dragons, they have conceded 11 tries on their right side, with 4 of those tries coming from cutout passes. Guess who the cutout target has been? It's been Ben Hunt defensively every time, and the left centre has taken him on each time. Stubby Cooler looks good value here to score anytime.
I saw those stats coming from Rando, I'm not going to lie. This has always been a problem game.
I said to you on Monday, I believe, Tom, that this fixture historically, as a Seagulls fan, has been very, very tough to swallow.
Yeah.
It's been a cunt of a fixture.
It's been an absolute cunt. Like, it's been like
I'm
swallowing
not going to
razor
sugarcoat
blades.
it. It's been fucking awful.
Yeah. But the reason, this is going to say.
But that was then.
That was then. This is now, like different year sort of stuff. We're looking better this year
There's a
than we've
different
ever
energy.
looked.
There's a different energy. And
around
we're
the
bouncing
side.
back off a robbery.
We're fucking bouncing back, and this is actually one where I opted to go against the stats. I was like, you know what, dude? Fuck all that bullshit from Rando. I'm going old school, old fashioned, Old Testament Tom. Manly v the Dragons. This is a Manly 13 plus all over. We're looking good. We're different. It's different.
No, it's different.
It's different now. Manly 13 plus, Tommy, Cooler, Hamole, and Brooks, 68-83. Fuck you, Dragons. Fuck you, Mad Dragon. We're going to win, and we're going to win well.
I like that, Tom. I tell you what, Hamole he didn't like last week. Actually, he was almost first try scorer. Let's put that in there. The week before, he was denied twice when he should have scored at least one of them. I don't care what anyone says. He's out to $3 now, Hamole, and we're playing the Dragons. Who the fuck's stopping him from St. George? I mean, really?
No disrespect. Either.
No disrespect whatsoever, but bunch of fucking
Soft cocks.
soft cocks, Tom. Thank you. Might have said something else that we had to edit out. So I like Hamole at $3 if you're going to give me that sort of value. And he's not going 3 weeks without scoring. We all know that. Now, DCE, you remember how just last season he'd just pop up in the middle, would make a break, and who'd have his hand up screaming for the seed, just always backing up the boys? DCE, I think a line break leads to a DCE try this weekend. DCE Hamole, $9.01 against a pathetic rugby league side.
I'm gonna double dip the chip this week. Garrick and Turbo. I'm gonna back him again. And as I said earlier, the Dragons. The only way I've seen them come close to scoring the last few weeks is kick the ball up and hope that Lomax comes down with it. So I'm gonna chuck him in there. Garrick, Turbo, Lomax, $8.50. Don't love it.
Yeah. How do we feel about 3 try scorers for $8.50?
It's not great.
Yeah.
I don't like your odds. Sorry.
No, that's fair. I'll wear that.
Because last week you got great odds, and it seems like this week you're not getting very good odds at all.
No, that's kind of leads into my bet. I looked at the try scorers and I was like, you're just not getting it here. You're just not getting it. You're like, maybe I'll go forward. Yeah, they're short as well. You know what I mean? And you're just like, everyone's short. So I thought...
That's why Skip's in there for me.
Yeah.
Well, I've got
Skip
5
hasn't
legs.
scored this year. The Skip hasn't scored this year, and I reckon he's fucking not a bad price at like 5s.
Yeah, fives is you're
Talking about
but
Cherry
like-
Evans?
Yeah.
Bro, he's at 320.
Yeah.
He's short as fuck. Is he? That's why I left him. Fucking talk to me about value. What is doing?
Is he that short?
Yeah, you might have taken him for a double.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because you've got a forward
He's
and
320.
Cherry
He's
Evans. Not double.
320.
digits.
I thought he was like 485.
Whereas you get 370 for Brooks ain't great either. But I'd like to wrangle a Brooks. A wrangle a
you're
Brooks
right.
would be
That
nice.
does add up to my odds.
Like,
Interesting.
I still
a
think
big
it's going
math
to
guy.
be like a smoke. Like I can't remember, like humping. What was the one that's like the first one off the like thumping, pumping, humping?
Oh, thumping, pumping, and a humping. Or
Yeah.
a pumping, humping.
I think
and
the
a
first
thumping. We'll
one's-
have to see if I can check the tapes.
Yeah, we'll go back and check the tapes.
It's
That
easy.
one that's-
We'll do that. Why doesn't someone do it for us?
Yeah.
You're going to be living next week.
Yeah.
But I think it's a thumping maybe. Like over 21 points. I thought because that's what I used to do in Rugby League Live 3, I think it is. If you beat one of the housemates by over 21 points, they owed you a steak. That was the thing. So I've set that line here at 21.5 because I think Manly pumping, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to have to put together 10 try scorers to get some decent odds and just miss out on one. So I'm like, okay, they're going to pump him. I'll take that alternate line and then just to boost it up a bit, second half with the most tries. It's just like Dragons might hang in the fight for a little bit, like they did against the Cows, and then just go and get pumped for 7-10. It's just like basically 7-10 is going Manly fuck them up, and in the second half they fuck them up even more for 7-10.
I think the Dragons are going to be one of the great pains in the ass this year for punting. They're going to fucking suck.
But they're also they're gonna fuck you over a million times. They always are that way.
That's why everyone hates them. It's like, everyone hates them because they're boring to watch, but people hate them more because they fuck up bets.
Yeah.
I'd be, 21.5 slot for Manly.
Yeah, that's
this
all it
fixture.
was. Yeah, we threw away 14 points.
I know. I'm sitting here saying that it's a different year, new Manly, but
And I've got 13 plus and 50 try scorers, but I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, but the
13 plus is still worlds away from 21.
You're right. No, I know, but I've got 100 try scorers.
Shane Flanagan also arriving from the Manly season.
I was
Bit of
thinking
intel
that as
there.
well. Yeah, some intel. But sometimes you can give you can't Joey's a great player, but he can't force feed. He can't put himself into players.
Fair.
So that would be. But listen, Slade Morley of Dragons fan fame, he's gone Sully Dragons 13 plus 27.11. That's a stupid fucking bet, but it's also terrifying. Next up, fellas, Titans v the Fish at Seabus. $2.15 for the Titans, $1.70 for the Fish, 2.5 line, and the total 45.5 rando.
Be 25 degrees, 50% chance of rain, 5 millimetres expected, so pretty light. The Titans, well, they have been absolutely hopeless. They average 2 points per game, 1 line break per game, and 3 offloads per game from the whole team. Quite crazy stuff there. They have lost their last 5 games as the underdog and lost both games to Finns last year. Wayne Bennett, more impressively, has won his last 12 NRL
Bennett?
matches. Not Dwayne, not to be confused with Dwayne. Wayne Bennett. He's won his last 12 NRL matches on the Gold Coast. Hasn't lost there since 2009, so it should be Finns up. The Titans, speaking of shot middles and bad underbellies, they've conceded 36% of their tries through the middle. So there's 2 options here. You take Hammer at 240, which is pretty good value. But another double-barreled name comes to mind, and that is Jeremy Marshall-King. The Titans have conceded 3 tries to dummy half runs. JMK did it against the Red V last week. I reckon he does it again here against the Titans.
Can I kick us off here?
Yep.
Finns head-to-head, JMK, Hamiso, anytime try score,
Same hymn sheet.
$12.80. It is Wednesday lunchtime. Hamiso has already fucking scored. Thanks for coming.
Mate.
JMK, Tino gone from that side. They're going to be weak through the middle. And, mate, I don't know if I'm missing something, but the Dolphins at $1.70 against the Titans.
Crazy.
Without Tino? Have I missed something?
They think Fafita may come back. Jaden Campbell come back. I had a testy pop, not a big deal. That would be all I could
I'm
look
going Command C, Command V.
Yeah. I had basically the exact same bet, but I moved the line. I moved the line to -4.5 because I still think they beat the fuck out of them, and it gets me to 14.05. But Fish, Hammer, JMK, thank you. And what was the line again? Was it,
Got to be 2.5.
where is it, 2.5 points? You move it to fucking 4.5 and you get 14.05. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If I don't get up there, I'll never get up again in my life. Seba?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I Command C, Command V. Guru's bet because I had Titans, Finns halftime, full time because I think Titans, they might go back to what they know and go, look, let's just go back to scoring a few tries in the first half and then go get obliterated in the second half. Just back to their classic DNA. Now they got, Campbell back. Look, it's good. I'm just going to Command C, Command V that one.
There you go.
You got to sometimes you got to think about strategy, and this is just a strategy play.
It's a good bet, though.
Yeah.
Watch the Fish win by 1, and
If they win by 1-4, us three are going.
They're gonna win by-
and we're having the time of our fucking lives.
And I've got to follow you around and
Mate,
fucking buy you
if
drinks.
they win by 2, like 1 or 2, that'll just be.
I'll shout you ears.
Both fixtures between these sides ended in a 2-point win to the Dolphins.
Oh, boy. The stars are aligning.
I can fucking take that if I want. I'm not just
too late.
Well, it's not too late. I'll just stick with it. Bit of fun. Sweet. And what's our little fucking Slade Morley doing?
Finns minus 25.
No, that might be meant to be 2.5, I reckon.
Minus 25.
Finns minus 2.5. Herbie 3.87.
Yep, sure, Slade. Feel like you just
mate.
phoned that one in, but that's all right. Next up, we got the Warriors v the Knights. We're at Go Media. $1.44 for the Warriors, $2.80 for the Knights. 6.5 points is the line, and the total 41.5. Rando.
We have an 18-degree day, light rain in the morning expected in New Zealand, but should be okay. Now, the Knights, they're shocking at Go Media Stadium. They've only won 2 of their last 15 games. The Warriors, they were 6-1 at night at home last season. Surprise, surprise, the edges are once again the Warriors' weak zone. They've conceded a third of their tries on either edge. The right centre and left winger have cashed in the most. Those 2 players scored for the Knights last week. So either Inari or Gagai to combine for 1 try is paying a juicy $1.92.
Juicy.
I mean, for both of them to just score 1. Just score 1.
Juicy. I'm
Gotta
like,
be kidding
juicy.
me.
This better be fucking $1.92.
Juicy's like $4.
Juicy. Fucking
Just
hell.
not getting the same juice from where I'm
That
getting it from.
is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. Juicy. Oh, that's disgusting. Was
I've never seen a human run faster into a trap. My God.
paying a juicy $1.92.
Just want to make sure you guys are listening to me,
Yeah. Well,
19.2 if you fucking fuck the
18.2.
decimal.
I got Waz, DWZ 2 plus 473. Not much there. DWZ, has he bagged a double this year? I don't know if he has.
He has.
Oh,
against
wait,
he has?
he has? The other week.
2 weeks ago.
Well, fuck it. I'm hoping he goes again.
It's pretty short.
It's a shit bet, dude.
I've been sucking Luke Metcalf's penis for the last couple of weeks, and I will continue to go down on the great man. I like him to score a try. And AFB, who's just a fucking handful, especially early in matches, first 20 sort of stuff. Watch out for my unit scooper. The big fella's fucking just giving him hell at the moment. I like him. $9.99 for the 2 of them.
Boys,
My
my boy Kai Pearce-Paul looks like he's earned an 80-minute roll out there, and I am going to die on this.
You're just
hill
going to
over the next
flog this
few
bloke
weeks.
to death, aren't you?
Yep, I sure am. $5.20, and I reckon next week they're playing the Dragons. You'll all be on with me next week is my little prediction. But I'm going to take KPP and RTS playing fullback. He has to cross. I really like this bet until I saw the Lippy did the exact same fucking bet as me, which hurt. But since hearing...
No, but Slade's all right.
Since I found out he's a Slade, though, the tide might have turned a little bit.
I'm copying that and pasting it. Fuck it. I hated my bet.
I hate it now. I fucking hate it.
Get off that.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Sorry,
geez.
Ro.
Yeah, you put a...
You copied his fucking bet.
You've completely fucked Kai.
Sorry, Ro.
Kai won't score now.
No. Sorry, Ro. Suck on my dick, bro. That's going straight in.
I hope you haven't tainted Roger there because I got Roger. He scored last week. He just looks like a menace at the moment. As I said the other week, he looks like someone you'd follow into battle, and that just got confirmed. Now he's fullback. So he should just he should have a few more looks. And I'm taking Waz minus 6.5 because I had a vibe that the Knights sucked in New Zealand, and I'm double staking this. 413.
Wow.
I'm just
Okay,
getting behind.
buddy.
Yeah,
Okay, big dick.
I just had a feeling.
Okay, big Willie.
Yeah, double staking, not triple, just doubling.
Sure.
Okay. As Rue already alluded to, Slade Morley is also doing the same bet as Rue and I. Rue and I on the same thought path here with our bets, which I always like. Stronger together, Rue. Next up, we got
I
Shark.
want to jump off my bet.
Shark, we've already moved on.
Based on a
Already
lucky
moved on.
wheel
Next
of anyone
game.
else's bet.
Sharks v Raiders. Mate, I can't imagine when we win together, dude. It's going to be nice. It'll be a bonding session. Sharks v Raiders, Shark Park. $1.60 for the Sharks, $2.35 the Raiders, 4.5 points the line. Total 41.5 points. Rando.
22 and overcast for this game at Shark Park. Now the Sharks, they have a hoodoo against the Raiders, losing 9 of their last 10 games. More to that, the favourite in these head-to-head matches have failed to cover the line in 14 of the last 16 games. The Raiders, in terms of tries, have conceded half their tries this year in the Strange to Young channel. Unsure which side Talakai and Wilton will play, as they're both usually on the left, but I do know that Jesse Ramian will be at right centre. I'm expecting early ball from Nico, aimed straight at Strange, and Ramian crashing through. He scored in his last 2 against the Raiders.
Okay, interesting. I like Raiders plus 4.5. They're just a fucking tough team to play, I reckon. And things aren't clicking at Sharkland yet. Like Hines and Trindle aren't really vibing each other. You know, they're trying to go out and get to know each other's bods, but it's not really working. Like one of they're not getting up
Like
for
an
each
awkward
other.
speed date.
They're still flaccid, mate.
As we've said before, Sharks the ultimate cheerleader effect team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like when you actually look at them individually, they're not that hot. Not at the moment, anyway. I like Raiders plus 4.5, and I like the stats that Rando's provided. Unders, I think's the go here. I just see this being another shitter. Like all the Raiders games, you just fucking grind it out. It's like 18-10 or something like that. So I like the unders. And my boy Zach Hosking, I know he's on the bench, but I like him coming on with fresh legs, giving it to him, getting up and working. Big fan of him. As we know, $20.49. Like, Zach comes on with fresh legs, baby. I like this bet.
Okay.
For that price.
Okay. Sabo?
I am taking just a double ender here, but I kind of thought it out a little bit more than just slapping, down a double ender and
This
jumping
isn't
on.
just a sexual gratification thing.
It's like
lubed up.
I've taken the catalogue and had a proper look at which one.
So
I want.
basically, you're trying to convince us that we should slide onto it with you.
Yeah, look, I think Sharks are going to bounce back, and you might think, go to your boy Mulatalo. But Talakai's moved in now, right? So then, and Nico needs a bounce back better than anyone because he's like, am I still hot? Like, I've actually only had a couple. Everyone goes, Nico's been far too good for far too long. It's like, he's only had a couple of years. He's going to start feeling that pressure of like, I need to bounce back. I'm going to use Katoa. I'm going to get him over there. Timiko, he's just like, I think you get good value on him. It's something like 3s or 4s. He seems to crash over it. Perfect guy for a bit of a slugfest. $12.89. For just 2 guys. In the Manly game, you had to have like 6 guys to get that sort of value.
Timoko is paying $3.50, which is why I've got him in my bet as well, Sebo. I like the Raiders. I've gone back to my Huddy well. He looks like the guy from One Day, which has been coming up in a lot of conversations a lot this week.
Sure has.
So I've gone Raiders, Huddy, Timoko, 15.36 again. I don't think it's a bad bet. Will it happen? Probably not. But like, if the Raiders win, then Huddy and Timoko, it's not impossible. 15.36 is good money.
I've got $9.60 for mine. I think, as the Raiders do, they'll drag them down into the gutter. Shark Park, a bit of a black hole for rugby league as well. Unders 39.5, Raiders plus 8.5. And Seb Chris makes his return this week, one of Ricky Stewart's boys. I'm going to back him to cross as well. So low scoring affair. I think Raiders, I think they're a good shot to win it, but I'm going to take the 8.5 to be safe. One try scorer, $9.60.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad.
I like that.
Slade's gone Golden Point at $16.
Don't hate that either.
They do have their Golden Point.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that
either.
But
They do have 'em.
They do have them, but $16.
$16 Yeah, it's not
like,
like-
I swear it used to be like $30.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
mate, it's complete not a bullshit the odds you get for it. No offense.
Yeah, you're
No
saying
disrespect to Neds.
every game in each 2 rounds, there's 8 games per round. So you're saying it takes 2 rounds to get to a Golden Point.
I don't mind Golden Point.
Yeah.
I just don't like the odds.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, we move on to the last game of the round. Eels, Tigers, Combank Stadium, Monday, Easter Monday, public holiday. Is it an Easter Monday, do you call it that, or is it Easter Sunday?
It's Easter Monday as well.
Okay.
It's Easter Friday, Easter Sunday. I think even Easter Saturday. The whole thing's Easter.
It's
in
all
front of
Easter.
it.
Yeah.
But there's
like an
only
Easter
one
Sunday,
public
Easter
holiday.
Monday.
Is Easter Monday public holiday?
Friday's public. Monday's
Friday is.
public.
So is Monday.
But
Monday.
is Monday public or is Sunday because it's public moved to Monday and we
We always have a public holiday on Monday, though.
But if you have a public holiday on a Sunday, it gets moved to Monday.
So technically, it's just a public holiday, though, right?
Because otherwise you get two. So Monday's not a public holiday.
But it is one, because otherwise you would have to go to work on a Monday.
Side bet.
Well, it's not. But it's not. Really,
no, I'll side bet it.
But I'm not side betting.
I'll side bet.
We don't work on a Monday, so it has to be a public holiday.
No, but what I'm saying is if you have Easter on a Sunday, right? Or what's another day?
Well, just no,
Fucking
because it's
Australia Day.
Easter.
If Australia Day's on a Sunday, you get a public holiday on the Monday.
Right, but isn't Easter always on a Sunday? So then Monday's always going to be a public holiday because Easter's always on a Sunday.
But are you getting it because of the Sunday? Or are you getting it because of the Monday? That's what I'm saying.
You're getting it because it's on a Sunday, but that means you get it on a Monday forever. So it will always be a public holiday.
But I'm saying, is the Monday the public holidays or is the Sunday the public
Are
holiday?
you at work on Monday?
No, you don't get what I'm saying.
No, I do. Are you at work on Monday?
No, but you
Now
don't.
answer my question. Are you at work
No,
on
no.
Monday?
But
Okay.
is it
I'll
because of
answer
the
question.
Sunday? Is the Sunday moved to Monday or is it the Monday?
It's because of the Sunday.
That is, you don't think it's the Monday, you think it's the Sunday.
The Sunday, it would shock me if it was, but it wouldn't even, doesn't matter because it's a public holiday on the Monday. We could probably look into it, but we won't. Eels, Tigers, Easter Monday,
So no
public
side bets.
holiday. Yeah, I'm not having another side bet at the moment. I'm too fucking. I can't do it. Eels $1.50, Tigers $2.60, the Lions 6.5, the total 44.5 points. Rando, what do you got for us, brah?
It's 25 and dry. Now, the Tigers, they have the edge on this Easter Monday matchup at a core. They have won 4 of their last of the 7 games they've played. 5 of those 7 games, interestingly, have been decided by 1 to 12 points. Now, in the last 2 seasons, when the Tigers have won their first game of the season, they've gone on to win the next week. So they love to open the season with consecutive wins when they get on the board. The Eels, they have conceded 64% of their tries down their left edge this season. There's one man everyone's hunting. That's Morgan Harper. I reckon that the Tigers will have him in the game plan. We got Roosman, Solomon Fatape. He is running at him. He knows how to find the line. 17 tries in 22 Q Cup games last year. He's paying a pretty juicy, boys. It's $1.20. No. $3.45.
Jesus Christ.
I actually thought you were serious.
Yeah,
though.
so
That's-
do
you know what I mean?
I don't know what to believe anymore. Rue, what are you doing?
Boys, I remember when I was a kid and Easter would roll around and you'd absolutely murder eggs all day. And you'd feel right as rain the next day. You could just go. Now, I think if I was to consume the eggs I had as an 8-year-old, I would be flat as fucking tack for a week. I'd be
sleep
in
for a
all
week.
sorts. So I'm turning to a couple of CBAs, a couple of kids that I know will bounce back from a heap of eggs on Sunday. Blaze Talangi and Lockie Galvin. 2 try scorers at 5'8", 2 good ball runners, $20.42 on a Monday game where form goes out the fucking window. Thanks for coming.
I
bet.
don't hate that
Great
bet
bet.
at all.
I mean, I tried to do the same thing, just a couple guys, but give me the value. You know what I mean? And for Lane and Appy, Appy scored twice this year, I think, in both games he's played. And then Lane, the giraffe, he can, there's multiple ways he can score. Multiple ways. Praying to fucking God that Dill stays on that side now that Mitch is out. But for that, you get $24.58. $24.58, which means I'm only putting a couple bucks on it to get $50 return. So, of course, I'm doubling it. I'm not an idiot. So, there we are. Doubled. Lane and Appy, $24.58.
I reckon you'll see Blaze play left, Still play right.
Yeah, right.
Would be my tip.
Or maybe a kicking target. Maybe a
Kicking
little
target.
cross kick.
that Blaze, that kid can play.
Play rugby league.
You may remember from a couple of years ago, different time sort of stuff. There was a Voldemort on the show who had one of the great fucking arsey bets of all time. It's up there. It's up there. It was basically a Tigers, different times, but the Tigers were wooden spooners at that point, and it was Tigers to beat the Eels and Nolfaluma, I think, to score 2 tries. Now, there isn't a Nolfaluma here, and you fucking best believe I'm not going Charlie Staines, although now I've said his name, I probably should. I'm going Tigers to win Olam 2+, 33.95.
My concern would be, just out the gate, just eyeballing this thing, is that you've used the word Voldemort bet. The Tigers are off a win, so there's no redemption. They're not coming last, and you've used a centre, not a wing.
I'm also pretty sure that it was against the Knights that that
That was
came
against
off,
the
wasn't it?
Eels.
That was
And
against
it
the
was-
Eels.
They were
But-
they were
so,
playing
like,
10-1.
you're
So
not-
Tigers
you're-
were massive outsiders. So that was like,
It's not the right thing.
Listen, it is in that it's an Easter Monday. It's the same framework, but I can't go Charlie Staines, dude.
They always play each other on Easter Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's
But
why.
it's not a Voldemort bet, really, is it? It's Oldham and Tigers to win. That's basically the bet.
on 2+.
I mean, it doesn't have a narrative. Like it's kind
It just
of
doesn't match up.
Yeah, it's
It's all right. Listen, maybe.
So I
it
think you
will-
should just rewrite it.
No. It's a Voldemort bet for sure, but it's just like,
But it's not, though.
well, no,
completely
it's,
different head-to-head situation.
well, it's Tigers to win
and
two
you use
try
a centre,
but
scorers.
there
not
was
a winger.
$10 when Voldemort.
Yeah, I know. It's not the
Yeah.
same odds, dude. It's
Yeah.
not going to be a fucking Hall
Yeah.
of Famer. It's not even going to be.
But
it's not gonna be
it's a completely different situation in the head-to-head, and then not just not the same person, not even the same position.
No, I had Staines in there, and I said I can't go Staines.
I think you've got to.
I can't go Staines.
Well, then change
dude.
the name of the bet.
I'm not. 33.95.
I got to know Will Penasini very well
The
last year.
breadcrumb there is Staines scores 2 tries.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
is. That's the breadcrumb. If you're smart, and I am, I will be fucking plowing that as soon as the show's wrapped up. Well, Penasini, I haven't been on you this year, my brother, but I'm keen to come back out and go out for a nice pasta, a nice meal together. Maybe we'll go get some fish, maybe a barra, you know what I mean? Some nice white, and just enjoy each other's company on an Easter Monday. I like you, and I know that in the past you've liked me. So let's go and do it. And we're going to bring Bryce Cartwright along because he looks like a bit of fun, Bryce Cartwright. You know what I mean? He might bring some. Listen, he might bring some marination. Is that a word?
It is a word.
For the barra. He's just going to spice things up, if you know what I'm saying. $9.04. Maybe bring a straw.
Few rumours around about Bryce Cartwright being injured. He could miss not this week, but like 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So
He's
wait,
been named, but
Well, hang on.
there's
He's
a few
named.
rumours getting around. So I think
Who would he be replaced
get
by?
a slice of Kelmar Tuolangi.
you can't change it if he's been named, by the way, Eddie, just so you know. You can't change that just
They're
because
voided.
told you something.
But when he's out, I can change it.
If he's officially
Yeah,
out.
if he's officially
Yeah,
out,
I can
yeah,
change it.
officially
So
out,
I may be changing that come game day penalties and dribblers. But $9.04 as it stands. Lippy, Penasini, and Galvin, 14.38. Galvin's like he's the man on everyone's lips at the moment, isn't he?
He sure is. Yeah.
I'm a bit like I'm behind him, but how much everyone's behind him. It's like not many people
I'd be
understand
like a
it.
Kai Pearce-Paul situation.
But the meaning of June, it's meant to be a warning against
personal.
the Messiah. I feel he's going to get he's almost at the level of Tigers are treating him like New South Wales treated, what's his face? Old mate, who they burnt out. Newcastle Knights.
Mitch Pearce.
Piercy.
No.
Mullen.
Jared Mullen.
Mullen, yeah.
Mitchell
Old
Pearce on the
fucking-
podcast this week, by the way.
Old socks for hamstrings.
Yeah. I mean, I'm behind Galvin, but I fear for the kid. 18-year-old, now everyone's like, oh my God, he's a hero. You're like, oh shit.
The Mullen treatment.
Yep.
Interesting. And that is...
Is that it?
that.
What's
That's
the
8
Lippy
from 8.
doing?
I've already done it.
Oh, you've done it. Beautiful. All right, let's get to our unit scoopers, punters and dribblers. We are...
Listen, last week I was watching my rugby league football, okay? I was watching the Warriors take on fucking... Who was it? Can't remember. Raiders. And I saw AFB cross first, and I would...
Which he's done twice now.
Which he's done twice, and I'm just like, fuck this guy likes sniffing out a try early, and I'm going to go again. Yeah. Maybe I'm a week late, but if he fucking scores again and I'm not on him, I'm going to have a brat attack. So I'm going to back him in. $19 AFB first try
Brat
scorer.
attack. Yeah. What's that?
I'm going to lose it. I'm going to have a tantrum.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I've never heard that before. Brad. Oh, you said Brad. I am, again, this is desperation stakes for me, but I can see Nanai scoring 2 against the Broncos. He's good for 1, maybe 2, and then Hamole against the Dragons 2. So Nanai 2, Hamole 2, 118.75. Would it shock you? Yep.
Yeah, it would. Sebo. Righto, bruh.
Yep. I'm going to make my first crack at the Azaki. I'm going to have 3 cracks.
Pretty early.
Yeah, but in thirds. You know how we split up the hot seat into thirds? I think I'm going to do an Azaki in each third. And the odds you don't get as good anymore because obviously, what did I get last time? 198 used to get for an Azaki, but then it banged. First person to hit one. They brought it down to
You're the first one to
160.
hit one ever.
Yeah, 100%. And I think this round's there's injuries and it's early on, but I'm got a bit of conviction behind it. Roosters -4.5. Roosters are a different team this year. No Nath. Yes, Rando said that the Panthers aim up against them, but They're firing. Bunnies -6.5, dead cat bounce. They're going to come back and beat the Dogs. Surely, even if it's the last game they win in the year, -6.5, I think they can cover. Cows -1.5. Broncos are injured as fuck. Cows are humming. Manly -9.5 against the Dragons. If it wasn't being played down there, it would be -19.5. Finns -2.5, easy. Titans suck. Wires -6.5. Knights suck in New Zealand. Raiders +4.5 because the Sharks aren't looking great and the Raiders just drag people down and beat the hell out of you. Tigers +6.5 because this is the matchup that's usually close. They're coming off a win, 6.5 points for Para without Mitchell Moses, and the Tigers feel like a corner has been turned, and maybe it's just one more game they've got to do, and then they shit the bed again. But 169.80 for that. That's my first official Azaki 8. Just had to get it all out there so I could clip up each little leg.
Not bad.
Yeah, no.
Not bad.
He's already planning on the win there. That was fucking. That was good. I liked it. Roo.
Boys, I tried a few different unit scoopers in here, and I just fucking hated all of them. Couldn't find anything, so I thought, I'm going to take a little break. Picked up my phone, jumped on Instagram, and boys, I don't know about you, but all I've seen for the last 24 hours has been Jack Black fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
all that
yeah.
content
Yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
Kung Fu
and
Panda
I
4.
just kept on appearing everywhere. And then I thought, you know what, maybe there's something in this. And I found this picture of Jack Black in a Panthers jersey. We'll put it in the thing after. Panthers #4, and then down the bottom it says Dragon Warrior. I don't know what the fucking context is in any way, shape or form. And I looked at it for a while, trying to work it out. And I thought, you know what? My unit scuba is going to be the #4 from Penrith, Dragons, and the Warriors. Jack Black bet this week. Taylor May,
Don't
Jack
mind that.
Black, Adam
Yeah,
Pollard.
That's a good
bet.
one. That's also the first ever Jack Black bet that we've had on the show, shockingly.
And there's a Jack in it, which helps
Yeah.
a lot.
The initials JB of Jack Bird got me
Yeah.
very excited.
Yeah, that's very, very, very interesting.
I
Roo.
just love it
That's
when
very interesting.
There's a good constitution. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it just naturally spits out good odds for you.
Yeah. That's nice. 64.58.
And the Lippy first try scorers, Dommy Young, I'd imagine, Scotty Drink, Jesse Ramian, and Sean Russell for $20,000.
Shit, I'm having a crack at that. Are you
course you
kidding me?
are.
Well, as if you wouldn't.
I
20,000.
have to double check it, but that's what it was. Yeah.
Dommy fucking first try scorer not beyond the realms of possibilities. Scotty Drink scores tries. Raimi and Rando's stats backed up, and Sean Russell's a winger.
And his name's Slade.
And his
You
name's
gotta
Slade.
you gotta have a look.
gotta
That's
have
getting $10.
Of course it
That's
fucking
getting
is.
a tenner.
If
Imagine that, 200K off the back of Slade. He did look after us that night.
He looked after us,
He does
dude.
look after us.
Slade
does
looks
look-
after us.
Slade
You
does look
fucking
after
kidding
you.
me? I am going to get on that.
Yeah, no, Slade does look after you.
You got it. Sorry, Slade. We're all on that. Thank you. You just checking it here, Seve? Just checking his working? I think we need to check the working before we move on.
Seems like a lot of money.
It does seem like a lot of money. $20,000?
That's the biggest we've seen on the show, surely. I don't think we've seen anything.
No,
bigger
I
than
don't
that.
think so.
That's
I don't
game
think
set
so.
match if this thing
Yeah,
gets up.
Neds will be very upset.
Yeah, well, listen. You know,
Where are we, Sebo?
they won't let Slade
yeah,
back on the
we're
show,
at
that's for sure.
1,800 with 3 of them, and then just got to throw in
Shawnee Russ?
Sean and Ross.
Could you imagine if this got up, how many dribblers would just have a little Michelle on this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Oh, ruin it.
It'd be Red
Ruin
Rover.
Ned's.
Yep.
It's right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
20,460.
Get on this before the show gets up and they close the market.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll be on before the show
That's
goes
what I
live
mean.
because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing fucking, this gets closed,
Yeah,
surely.
yeah. And this thing will probably fucking, you'll see this trending.
Yeah.
This bet
Yeah, it's
trends,
gonna be
dude.
crunched. It's
This
gonna be
bet's gonna
crunched.
It shall get
fucking
absolutely
smashed.
pounded. I wouldn't
That's
be
the bet of the week, that one. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Spare a thought for Ned's traders. So, try to manage risk.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the hot seat. Punters and dribblers. Roo is up.
All right, I find myself in the hottest of seats this week. Shout out to Eddie, who told you he was going to settle in for 7 weeks. He lasted 1 by my count. Guys, I am looking down the barrel of about 6 or 7 weeks, getting all of those right to win $1,000 cash. For me, the smart money is backing these 3 Pelicans to do fuck all and myself 4 arse first into $1,000 in a few weeks' time. So I'm going to go with Morgan Smithies. I've wore my nut trucker hat. My guy's played 3 games in the NRL. He's come up with 2 tackle breaks, and that is the only fucking attacking stat he has had across those 3 weeks. Morgan Smithies, $7.50. I am well aware I do not have the ability to get 2 bets right in a row, let alone fucking 6. So I'm going to let these 4 fuck around. We know Tom's not going to get a bet. Eddie might jag 1. Sebo potentially 1. I think I'm going to be sitting pretty at the end of round 11. Back here with $1,000 cash in my hands and 1 step closer to a baggy green. You got to play smart sometimes. This is real eyes up shit. I will see you in about 6 or 7 weeks.
All right, there it is. We are done for another week. Shout out to everyone for tuning in. Shout out to Ned's. Apologies for Slade Morley's bet. It's a good one. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Ciao.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website